What's up, Marvel fans? This is Dan Series, and in this video, we are going to be reacting to the new trailer for the She-Hulk Attorney at Law. Yes, so a new trailer for She-Hulk has happened at Comic-Con. Oh, and this is the second video of the day. My first one was the Black Panther teaser trailer reaction and breakdown. By the point of this time, it should be up and loaded, ready for you guys to watch. So hopefully you go there and watch it. It's really, I would say, I love the trailer. It's emotional. You're really going to love what's in that. And my reaction, you're going to love my reaction on that. So, the She-Hulk one. I had a funny feeling there'll be another trailer for it. And really all I'm expecting is, hopefully we get a lot of, Jennifer in her She-Hulk form. A lot of Banner. Now, I've seen some little pics of a Daredevil in the trailer and Wong, but, there was I only saw like this, so I don't know, but I've got the trailer up. The volume is on, so let's have a see what we got. Here we go. Oh no! Don't you dare, Banner!
Jeez, what the hell, man?
Still in control, no overwhelming feelings of rage.
No, a normal amount of rage.
You do revert back to Gen form when you sleep.
Was the air horn really necessary?
For comedy, absolutely. This is a multi-year journey you're about to embark on.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah. Who's your best friend?
Nikki.
Spandex. Spandex is your best friend. Being a Hulk asks for balance.
What?
You have so much more to learn.
Ooh. Ooh.
So I'm clearly nailing it at all these things.
Ooh.
If you want to go back to your life as a lawyer, I respect that.
He doesn't mean that.
Oh! Breaking the fourth wall is happening.
More and more eccentric superhumans are coming out of the woodwork.
Oh! What? What?
I launch a division for them, and I want the She-Hulk to be the face of it.
Ooh! Abomination.
I have a serious conflict of interest. This man tried to kill my cousin, Bruce.
Yeah, that's quite all right.
Oh.
What? Oh!
People only care because I'm representing Emil Blonsky. I think they care because they're like, hey, that girl's great.
Yes! Oh!
Jen, do your thing. God, I really like this outfit.
Yes! Well, you gotta turn green. Ooh.
I'm not proud of this.
Yes! Wong!
To a higher power, our universe is on the edge of a precipice.
Oh!
I am a lawyer.
Ooh.
I do things by the book.
Book of Ashanti.
No, the book of American laws.
Yes!
Whether you like it or not, you're now a superhero.
Ooh.
Let's do this.
Oh, I think they're the damage control.
You know that
I think.
friend you had in high school?
No damage control.
Way cooler than you
Ooh.
were attractive.
Ooh.
All the attention from everyone.
What the?
Hello.
I think I'm jealous.
What
Is that
the?
feeling?
Oh! She-Hulk! Oh my God! Daredevil! Whoa! Whoa! That was Daredevil! Oh my God! I mean, how he just... I gotta... Hang on. I need to see it. Is he got the same costume? Oh, no, actually. He looks like what people have been saying. He looked like, at one bit, he looked like he is going to don the red and the yellow type of the costume. I mean, it does look like it a bit from the one bit. You could see, like, the bit of the yellow's dark, but... I don't know. We'll get into that bit when we break down. Oh, and the bit when I was saying about damage control, I meant the wrecking crew. So we'll get into them as well. So this, how we started off is funny. I was in Jennifer having a nice sleep. Must be dreaming of guys, all that. And then Banner, obviously in his Professor Hulk form, gets the noise thingy, whatever you call it. And it's like, oh, I was like, but don't you do it. And he does it and wakes her up. And like he just made her into a She-Hulk form, which is funny. I love how Banner is like, because obviously Professor Hulk is obviously monitoring like, okay, so she does this, does that. Obviously she's monitoring because obviously she's a new Hulk in this universe. So obviously he wants to see like, okay, so this is what she could do, this is what could happen. I can understand that. I mean, also I think he might want to know like, okay, why does she not have a Hulk living beam in her when the Hulk forms out? Because obviously the difference with Banner was obviously Hulk was his own thing in Banner's mind, but that was back then, obviously, when Professor Hulk came around. And obviously, like in the comics, when Jennifer gained her She-Hulk, obviously there was no living Hulk in her, so it was like, oh, when she's in She-Hulk form, it's her mind, and it's her. So I would say Banner might start doing some questioning in this one, or like for the MCU version, they might just go with, oh, the only reason she's like that because of Banner's Professor Hulk blood, and that's because of that. I don't know. But I love how he just says all that stuff, about that. I love how she just, because he says about anger, and she goes like, I am angry! And I'm like, oh God. Like you in the trailer. I love how they just argue back and forward. And all that. And I love how Banner just says, oh, that was funny, because obviously she didn't find that funny. And then we get a bit of, obviously, them on an island, and Banner's training her, like, he does, like, first he shows her about throwing a wok, which, okay, that's simple, but when she throws the wok, she throws him more further than him, so I'm like, oh, okay, so she might be stronger than him, and I love how she just does, yes, and Banner, like, yeah, white, and then I love how he just goes, like, who's your best friend, and obviously, She-Hulk says her friend, but then he goes, like, spit, and he pulls out, a pair of shorts and all that. The name of the swords. And I'm like, really? You're saying that to your friends? I'm like, really, Banner? Oh, man. I just love how he just does that. And then he's saying about being a Hulk, and all that. And he shows you another montage of them calm, being relaxed. Like, Banner's got, like, his arms up and he's lifting himself in the air. But Jennifer here, just doing all, like, flips and everything. And man, and she gives him a thumbs up, so it's like, oh, okay, she's got that down. And then obviously Professor Hulk saying about, you still have a lot to learn and all that, which of course she does. In the first season, she's going to be learning a lot how to be She-Hulk. Then we get obviously the quick snips of the bit when we see her in the training room, with the chainsaw, with the saws and all that, chainsaws, whatever you call them. So we only see that from the first teaser trailer, but Banner doing that, yes. Jennifer doing, obviously punching down to the ground, which obviously shows that, looks like she's showing Banner that she could do that. And obviously her saying about, look, I'm doing good and all that. And then I love how she does the clap to Professor Hulk, and he goes flying off. Not far, but like flies off a little bit to hit some rocks. And I love Jennifer how she's happy and just jumps up like, that is cool. And then obviously Professor Hulk saying about, look, I understand if you want to go back and obviously doing some lawyer stuff and all that. But obviously we know that Jennifer's going to do both things. Be a lawyer and be a hero at the same time. But I love it here how she just turns her head and looks at us saying about, nah. What she says. And I'm like, oh, breaking the fourth wall, just like they said for the show. So she's going to be breaking the fourth wall. Oh, God. I mean, I don't know what Deadpool's going to say when he jumps in the MCU and he sees her doing it, and he'll go like, what are you doing? I'm the one who breaks the fourth wall, not you. I mean, I'll be surprised if he makes an appearance in this show, but obviously he might not, because obviously he's not in the MCU yet, but would be funny. But back to the trailer, obviously once she says that, Banner turns around and she just kind of like stays quiet, and he's going like, what did she say? I'm like, he stares at her for long, and I'm like, going like, okay. Then obviously we get a shot, obviously Jennifer, and obviously you hear the guy behind saying about obviously doing this division, the lawyer bit. We get this new footage of Frogman, and it seems like he can fly, so, but I would say maybe in the MCU version that might be more of, oh, he's not really flying, it's more like it's getting him up in the air to make him like a jump. So maybe that's how he'll do it in the show. Then we got someone jumping out of a window. At first I was like, okay. But then that person comes out all white. So I'm like, alright, I wonder what he is. And also in the trailer, we got some weird creatures here. So we got like, someone looks like it's transformed like an elf creature with all uniform. it looks like she's a judge. So, okay. So that's interesting. And then obviously we got the boss saying to Jennifer that you, She-Hulk, I want you to be obviously in charge of the whole thing. Obviously the division he's doing. For superheroes, obviously. And then obviously she's going to be obviously involved with Abomination. And obviously we can see Blonsky. Well, yeah, also I like to call him Abomination. Obviously still we won't know yet, like, oh, how has he gained the ability of changing back and forward. But obviously they might just say, oh, through the years in prison, maybe his gamma ray might have been changing inside of him. Like I said about before, like, oh, that might be an explanation of him having his comic book look now in his Abomination form. But we're going to wait to see on that. Obviously, Jennifer's got that weird funny face on her, so she's like, okay. You know, like, I'll be working with this guy. And then I love the bit how she referenced about the, look, I don't want to work about, look, this guy tried to kill my cousin Banner. And that's a reference from the Incredible Hulk film, because obviously Abomination fought Hulk. And I love how the boss just goes like, okay. He's like, he doesn't even care. He's like, really? You don't care that Abomination tried to kill She-Hulk's cousin? I'm like, what? And then we get like some bits about, looks like she'll be in the news, obviously, because obviously in part of the show, because obviously She-Hulk is defending Abomination, and I'm actually calling him Abomination, so he's got his name. So it looks like she's going to find that frustrating, like, look, all people are coming on me saying, like, why are you, I come to you are defending Abomination and blah, 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 all that. But obviously there's got to be more to this. I would say there'll be more to it, because I would say, well, whatever's going to go on in the series. Because obviously he would be one of the main villains, obviously. Then we got She-Hulk obviously walking out of her office, I would say, in her Hulk form with her friend, saying about, oh, they'll be looking at the green She-Hulk and all that. And then it looks like there'll be a moment in the courtroom when Titania, if I might be dodging her name wrong, I'm sorry if I am, makes her appearance. So obviously she might be coming here to fight She-Hulk, or maybe someone that she knows is getting, in court, and she's going like, that's it, I'm going in to save my friend, and I'm going to beat up She-Hulk at the same time. And then I love it how She-Hulk's friend goes like, oh, get into your green form and all that. And she's like, oh, but I love this uniform and all that. And the shoes. And then obviously she's taking her shoes off, goes like, oh, okay, I'll get into my She-Hulk form. And then we see her turn into a She-Hulk form. And then it looks like, obviously she's in a fight with her. And then looks like some people on live stream got a corner of her face. So maybe, obviously she got kicked by her. And she's like doing that, like, pain face. I love how Jennifer just turns around towards her and goes like, not really good. That kind of thing. So, another breaking the fourth wall thing. Then we got the appearance of Wong making an appearance. So, obviously, maybe he's here talking about, obviously, Abomination and all that. Obviously, that's what's going to be going on. And he mentions about, like, things going on around the world. And here, I think now we just got our first look, which it looks like that these people must be the, who we've been hearing about, that the Wrecking Crew. So I'd say these guys are going to be the Wrecking Crew, or they might not be, but also so you can see, because we can see one with a ball chain, see one where he's got like some kind of, well, I wouldn't say gauntlet, because it's like he raises his arm more, but it's like there's some language parts all glowing purple. So, I mean, the thing is, these technologies could be Asgard, because we know that the Wrecking Crew in the comics got their powers from Loki, if I recall. So it looks like they might be keeping the whole background of the Asgard part of how they become who they are today. So they might be keeping that. Now, there is this one bit with a box with a top, like one of those triangles with the gamma kind of sign, like a logo. And in it, there's like jabs and all that. So I'm wondering what's going on there. Like, are they going to take some blood from Abomination or She-Hulk? And then we can see how Blonsky looks like when he transforms to his Abomination form, and he looks really good, but it hits his head when Ozzy transforms. Jennifer's scared and like in shock. I wouldn't say scared. Then Wong's behind her, so obviously Wong must come to talk to him. And hopefully we might understand of why these two were working together at that fighting tournament. So hopefully we can learn what's the backstory on that. And then we can see Jennifer obviously talking to Wong, and then Wong saying about the Book of Ashanti, because like, no, the Book of America of Law, like that kind of thing she says to him. I'm like, oh, okay. And Wong going like that. I love that. And then she comes into the bar, She-Hulk, in her Hulk form with her friend. Everyone's giving her a cheer and clapping. So I wonder in the show, so obviously it's going to be about like, how does she deal with all people giving her the looks and the claps and, you know, all that. Like, you know, like, is she going to accept that? Like, oh, I'm going to be famous among the people, or is she going to find it difficult bit? But could be like that. I know Banner here saying, obviously Banner talking to her. And obviously, if I would got the subtitles up, it says about whether you like it or not, that was it. So he's saying to her, like, obviously, like, look, you might not like being this, but this is who you are now. And then we get our looks at the members of the Wrecking Crew, as I'm calling them the Wrecking Crew for now. One's got, like, a helmet with a glow on it. One's got, one of the, obviously, kind of, one of the tours glowing. And it looks like the guy's carrying, like, 2 gloves. And then, obviously, one's got the ball chain. Like I said, for now, they look like they're going to be the Wrecking Crew, but I don't know. Maybe before then, they might tell us who they are, but oops. So that's the door. I got the window open, so it must have broke. But anyway, so obviously there's that. Obviously Jennifer and the She-Hulk looks like she's ready to go and beat them up. And then obviously they charge at her, but she takes care of them, so they're no match against her. Then obviously we got a bit when Jennifer, in her nice suit, obviously looks like she's gone to a party. Well, I wouldn't say party. Maybe there's a award ceremony or something like that. And obviously everyone's just like, I mean, how she walks is like, wow. And everyone looks staring at her. Even there's one guy's going like looking up, and if he's smiling like, wow. Then we get a one with Banner and her jumping. We got some guy makes an appearance. Looks like he just makes a teleport appearance. And smoke is happening on him, so, okay, I don't know who that's supposed to be. Then we got to look at Titania. I might be dodging the name wrong. Jennifer getting on top of a guy on a sofa. Not naked, not having sex or anything, but it looks like it's about to go down. I'm like, oh, okay. Then we got the damage control soldiers from the Miss Marvel, because something's about to go down. Then She-Hulk, obviously, in her Hulk form, and something is going down at that place. Then and there's one bit when she's attacking by this creature, which I don't know what that's supposed to be. But this show is really throwing, like, random things at it, like villains, monsters, or anything. And even maybe, like, Asgardians might be part of this. I don't know. And then it looks like she's part of talking to a group. Like, one looks like a minotaur, if I'm saying it right. Like, he's got the horns on his head. And the one wearing some armor. Now, I want to say Greek armor, so are we going to get some Greek gods in this, or different type of gods in this? I mean, okay. That'd be interesting. Then, obviously, we got a bit with her in Professor Hulk's lair. Obviously, saying, like, I think I'm jealous, so maybe Hulk's going to get jealous of her. And I love it how he pushes her off the cliff and she just gives him the middle finger, but they blur it out. So, oh my god, that looks funny. Then obviously when the logo comes on, and after that, we get a quick glimpse at Daredevil. Like I said, it looks like he's going to have the yellow on him, and from the looks of it, I can't see the D on it. Like, is he going to finally have the D signature, the 2 Ds on it? But I don't know, we have to wait to see for the show, but that obviously confirms that, yes, Daredevil is in the show. Now, we heard some little stories about, Daredevil's apparently looking for Jessica Jones. Oh, no, wait, that was for Echo. That's what I heard about, but that was for the Echo show. I'm sorry, so I got that mixed up then. Apparently the Echo show is saying that, he's in there as well, and he's going to be looking for her, Jessica Jones, but what he'll be doing in the She-Hulk show, I don't know. I mean, is it a 1 or 2 episode appearance? But probably it might be more than that. But because obviously he's a lawyer as well, so I hope maybe he'll be in a lot of episodes. But we'll have to wait and see on that. So that's it, guys. So if you want to see this trailer for yourself, I will leave the link down in the description below. Leave your comments down below. What do you think of the trailer? Did you like it? Was it bit side? You might have gone like, all that. If you got any thoughts that about the things I just saw, like I said, the creatures and these weird beams and all that, if you know what they are, put them down in the comments below. And if you got any thoughts like what the plot could be about, like villain wise, like and all that, I would love to hear all that. Oh, and I didn't throw this in, and I'll throw it now. Do you think that we'll have the leader as the main villain? Like, he'll be like the behind-the-scenes villain, and then by nearly to the end of the series, we find out that, oh, here you go, he's the villain for the last 2 episodes, or the last episode for She-Hulk to fight. I want to hear your thoughts down below on that. So do you think Abomination, Leader, and Titania, and whoever else a villain is in it, like Frogman, well, I don't know if he's a villain in this one or a hero, but we'll see. And tell me, like, do you think they all going to work together, or do you think it's going to be like, oh no, just separate villains come against her, and also the Wrecking Crew? Do you think those guys are the Wrecking Crew? And like, your thoughts as well. I want to see, if you want to put them down in the comments down below, do that, and we can have a big discussion on all of this. Give this video a thumbs up, you know, share this out to your friends. If there's anyone who is obviously wants to watch someone different for a change, show them one of my videos, and if they like it, they can subscribe to this channel. And if you are new to this channel, this is what I do. I do the Marvel and Transformers Cinematic Universe news, the trailers, the Super Bowl TV spots, clips, if I'm going to get back into that, and then spoiler reviews like film side for the Marvel and Transformers ones. But I don't do spoiler trailers or TV spots, you know, clips, reaction videos, because I want to keep it all surprise for myself before the release of a film or show. And last but not least, if you want to see me Black Panther trailer I've posted today, click here, my channel. Make sure you click the bell, it's going to be notified when new videos are up. And here to see my last Transformers video. So that's it really, guys. So this is my second video of the day. My next one will be the discussions of the announcements of films and what's going to be part of that film and the shows as well. Even the logos have been revealed, and oh my god, what they revealed, it is big. It is big. And also as well, they revealed the name of the saga of Phase 4, 5 and 6. And to find out that name, well, by this point you might know the name, but to people who don't, you have to jump to me next video after She-Hulk when it comes on to find the name out. So that's it all, guys. So I hope you enjoy this reaction and breakdown video of the She-Hulk Attorney at Law trailer. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again later on today. Peace.